Nope. I can't even... Do I have to? Bloodshot. We're reviewing Bloodshot. Bloodshot is the newest comic book, I believe, adaptation, or video game. I don't know, honestly. I really don't care enough. Starring Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison, who is actually never called Bloodshot in the movie. And he plays a soldier who basically dies and is brought back to life with nanites and is going through the same recurring dream sequence, kind of, by this doctor, Dr. Emil Harding, played by Guy Pearce. And they use him to go after these guys, to kill them as a hit list, basically. And then he finds out that it's all fake, it's all been a ruse, and he goes on a vendetta, personal vengeance. You saw the trailer, right? Oh, you didn't? Well, I did, and basically that's the movie. A-Team. You also got Isa Gonzalez, I think that's how you say your name, but she's adequate in this. She was great in Baby Driver, so I'm going to let her pass on this one. But she's not bad. Scene stealer, hands down, is Lamorne Morris. He plays Winston in New Girl. I'm sure you recognize him, obviously. He's actually, sadly, the best part about this whole movie, which sucks. I feel like I'm bashing on it too hard. It wasn't that bad. I'll say it. It wasn't that bad. Okay, it had its moments. Okay, so it started off a little rocky. It started off predictable. The cliche beginning. He goes through the sequence, and then we see that it's all fake, and he's going through some things, emotionally speaking. Best part of the movie is about, in the second act, about for 20 minutes, they like to do their own thing. They experiment. The story is its own life. It has its own life. Like, they finally, the team behind this finally decide, let's do something a little bit different. Let's have some fun with it, you know. Let's go a little perusal about what territory we can go here. Let's add some comedy. Let's add some actual importance of backstory. They experiment, and it actually gets entertaining at that point for those brief 20 minutes. After that, it just goes back to its original intent, back to the cliche, step-by-step, superhero memory wipe-inducing supervillain thing. The whole time I thought I was watching the 2014 RoboCop movie. So there's that. So if you've seen RoboCop, you've seen Bloodshot, basically, except this was in nanites. There was problems with the development of the story, especially with the characters. The characters were what bothered me the most. That you had the sense that some of them are going to turn out to be good, they're going to turn out to be allies, and then it just doesn't work out. There's no real payoff to a lot of them. You don't really care who the villain is, because you know who it is. You see it. It's predictable. It's in the essence where the second you meet them, you're like, yep, that's him. That's the bad guy. Them too. And that one. And that's not relevant. They're there. And then that's happening. Movie. It derails itself. I don't know if it was intentional. Obviously it wasn't, but at some point, it just falls off its lines and becomes this cliched CGI fest. Like, the climactic battle in this isn't very climactic. It's actually anticlimactic, in my opinion. It just goes down. It's not that long. And it's over before you even know it. You're like, oh, well, dang. I will say this. There are some cool shots in the film. There are some good moments where the camera actually gives us a cool shot. It's actually really interesting. You're just like, yes, that's a cool shot. I like that. Do more of that. It doesn't happen. It gets very, I don't want to say experimental, because it takes risks and sometimes they don't really pay off. There's this whole scene that takes down, in the first act of the film, that finishes off the first act. You can't really see anything. You don't know what's happening. You're just like, I think I see it. And then a lot of action sequences later on are very choppy. The editing of it is not very enticing to the viewer's eye. Like, you're just like, okay, whoa, hold on, slow down. I don't know what's happening. For some reason, they really wanted to be zoomed in on a lot of the action pieces, like the action movements of the characters, their hands and their head and their legs. It was all really zoomed in, and it was unnecessary. It should have been zoomed out. We want to see the glory of this CGI battle. We want to see it look cool. We came for something cool. Was the CGI good? It was okay. The film with the CGI and the story, it all correlates together as if it were a film made in the 2006-2008 era of superhero movies. Like, with Ghost Rider, with Daredevil, with Venom, it has that story. It's not that complex. It's straightforward, and it doesn't really take that many risks. It's predictable. You know who the villain is. You know what's going to happen. You know no one that you probably will like will get hurt in the end. Overall, the movie was experimental with its essence based on what it was based on. Did it pay off entirely? No. Did it have some cool moments? Yes, it did have some entertaining moments. It had some genuinely cool shots. And that was probably the most of it. It had some actually good humor when it wanted to. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the humor really landed. I'll give it that. But overall, it's not the best comic game book adaptation. I don't know. It's down there. Will I buy it? Probably not. I'm gonna go ahead and give Bloodshot 2 out of 5 stars. E for efforts. Of course, comment below. Let me know what you thought about my review. Give me your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down there. For quick to read movie reviews that are only like 1 or 2 sentences long, you can check out my Letterboxd account, link in the description below, right there. It's free. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.